A young mother was found hanged in a wasteland. The police claim it was suicide, but the family are convinced the woman was murdered. Don't miss out. The psychics will expose the murderer. You are watching Psychic Investigations, a channel of true and shocking stories. Here, people who call themselves clairvoyants investigate resonant criminal cases and incredible paranormal phenomena using their supernatural abilities. Little Lina Panasenko is only 3 years old. He loves toy trains, planes, and fluffy pets.
Here's my cat, Rijik.
But most of all, the boy likes to listen to fairy tales. His mother, Lina, got him used to books from the first months of his life.
She always read him those fairy tales. She taught him everything.
However, now the boy's grandmother reads him books, as his mother has been gone for 6 months.
32-year-old Lina Panasenko disappeared under mysterious circumstances.
It was Saturday. At 4 in the afternoon, Lina went out of her apartment, where she lived with her husband. She was going to go to the village, where her mother and sisters, Alla and Yulia, live with their families. Little Denis was also in living there.
Lina decided that it would be better if he stayed with his grandmother in the village until he was about 5. She was very busy at work. She was a plasterer.
The boy's parents worked a lot, so his grandmother took care of him. On weekends, his mother came to visit him, but the final week of summer saw everything go wrong.
She phoned me in the evening and said, "Mom, I can't make it." And then she just hung up.
Lina promised to come the next day. However, Lina didn't show up even 24 hours later.
I dialed her, and after a few tones, her phone was turned off.
The woman raised the alarm. She called all of her daughter's acquaintances and friends. None of them had seen Lina. When she called her son-in-law, he was shocked to learn that his wife was not at her mother's.
The last time I saw Lina, she said she was going to her mom's. She also said she was planning to stop by her friend to get some children's clothes.
Lina's friend Liuda has a son who is a few years older than Denise, so she always gave Lina the clothes he outgrew.
She came and we had tea. And then she said, "All right, I'm off. I need to drop by the store to buy some candy for the kid, and then hurry to catch the bus."
Our journalists interviewed all the bus station employees who had a shift that day. None of them saw Lina, nor did she ever get on the bus.
The woman seemed to have vanished into thin air. Eventually, her relatives went to the police.
The major assured us my sister simply went partying somewhere and would come back soon.
The police kept assuring Lina's relatives that she would return until her body was found in a wasteland on the outskirts of the town. She was hanged on a tree.
According to the forensic examination, Lina died from asphyxiation. The official police version is suicide.
However, everyone who knew Lina is outraged by the police's version. They say she couldn't have taken her own life. She loved her son too much to do this.
There are very few mothers like her, to be honest. I will never believe she did this. Never.
But the police have their own arguments on this matter.
Visually, there were no injuries on the victim's body that would indicate a violent death.
But Lina's sisters claim they saw the traces of violence with their own eyes.
The first thing we noticed was a bruise on her arm, like clotted blood. There was also a large hematoma behind her ear.
It's quite possible that the victim was hit on the head to knock her unconscious. Then she was hanged to simulate suicide.
What scared me the most was the place where it happened.
Because it's a remote area, it's simply stupid to go all the way there to simply hang yourself. Why?
The woman was found hanged in a deserted wasteland on the other side of the town.
The investigators can't explain how she ended up there.
There is no answer to the question of where the woman's passport went either. Lina always had it with her.
There was the photocopy of the first page of Lina Panasenko's passport in her handbag, which the detectives found next to the body. But it's unclear what happened to the document itself.
There are too many questions and no answers.
But the strangest thing is not what was missing from Lina's handbag, but what was left in it.
The cards. I was shocked. She never played cards.
If the cards didn't belong to Lina, then whose were they? Could the killer have left them? But why? Did they want to say something with this? Is the woman's death somehow connected to gambling?
And the most significant inconsistency, the body was found without underwear. Although according to the forensics, Lina wasn't raped.
I asked them why she was without her underwear, but they said they didn't know and simply closed the case and said it was suicide, period.
The investigators have no answers to any of the pressing questions.
My last hope is the psychics.
The participants of our project, clairvoyants Olena Kurilova and Kayal Alekperov, took on the case.
She came while I was working with her photo, but she didn't answer any of my questions about her death. She simply lowered her gaze and remained silent.
She's ashamed of something.
Exactly, Olena. I asked her to give me at least some sign of where to look for the answer, and she showed me a small piece of paper with an eye drawn on it, resembling some kind of magical symbol. Is it possible that Lina's death was caused by some magical intervention?
You know, Kayal, while I was working with her, I saw the following. A small white house, surrounded by gravestones bearing some rune-like symbols on them.
The psychics meet with Lina's mother and sister in the downtown of the town where she lived.
Thank you very much for coming.
Mommy. Mom, I came to you. I was at yours. I stood by the window.
Yes, I remember it. A few days ago, Denise and I were playing in the bedroom. Denise said, Grandma, someone's knocking on the window." I ran there and heard dull knocking, like a bird's.
She's trying to say something. Ma. I only hear Ma, and nothing more.
I heard a female voice saying, "There was no prayer. She was not given a proper Christian funeral."
Yes.
The priest refused to conduct a funeral service for Lina because the police concluded it was suicide. But what really happened to the young woman? Did she take her own life, or was she murdered? But who could do it, and why?
Two of Pentacles, a double game. The card of money. Money is involved in the death.
What double game could it be? And what money? Lina and her husband weren't wealthy.
I need to do a good big spread. Let's go somewhere where we can sit down.
The local cafe is not crowded in the morning, and the psychics can work calmly.
The cards say that your daughter was murdered. She's not a suicide.
I knew this all this time.
Tell me, did you notice that Lina recently seemed unlike herself? Like she became a different person?
Yes. At some point, she withdrew into herself and became very thoughtful. I saw that something was bothering her.
Is it possible that Lina had some troubles of which didn't want to tell her family to not upset them?
She said, "Oh, Ma, I can handle it myself. You don't need to worry about it."
This is word by word what she told me.
I have a feeling that Lina went to meet death for the sake of her child.
My God.
This is unbelievable. A vase of flowers stood on the table behind the psychics, and it fell suddenly.
It got smashed, but there was absolutely nobody around it. It was a sign.
I hear your daughter. She blames her husband for her death. I feel that their relationship was on the edge.
I have a photo of her and her husband.
Yes, I'd like to see it.
They argue over the child. They had fights.
My Cola was mad.
So, shortly before her death, Lina quarreled with her husband. Was she going to leave him?
It's hard to disagree that it's a serious blow to a man's dignity, and it could very well be a motive to murder his wife.
The investigators didn't check the husband's alibi, as they believed Lina hanged herself and no one was involved in her death. However, we found that on the day Lina disappeared, Mikola was at work from morning until evening. After that, he went to a bar with his friend and stayed there until 11 p.m. His friend and the bar staff confirmed this.
Let's go to the place where your daughter's body was found.
Were you there?
No, and the investigator in charge told us he didn't know where it was.
If you know at least the area where Lina was found, I will try to sense the exact place there.
Hello, I'm a representative of the local police.
When the local police learned that psychics had arrived to investigate Lina Panasenko's mysterious death, their press officer joined them.
We're also curious about what exactly happened here, so we'd like to know what the psychics think.
Overall, the energy of the place is very unpleasant. I see Lina's body to the right-hand side of the road, and there's also a small body of water, or a ditch there.
Indeed, there is such a place further down.
I see a lowland with 3 trees. Let's go.
The woman from the police does not say where exactly Lina was found hanged. She's apparently testing the psychics.
It's further that way.
Svetlana stops. It seems she's not feeling well.
Does anybody have water?
I feel like I'm being choked.
We're close now, the mother feels it.
Have some water. Exhale, like this.
Do you wish to go on?
Yes.
And there it is, the White House. I told you about it. A little white house surrounded by gravestones. Look. It's a burial site. This is a place of sacrifices. Is the cemetery Jewish?
Yes. We occasionally receive reports about damage to these tombstones.
Did she happen to practice magic?
She used to visit some old woman not far from hers, but she never explained why she went there.
Look, the magic eye.
An occult symbol. Satanists were here. Did they kill her?
Lina wasn't one of them, but she could probably be a victim of a satanic ritual.
With special ritual knives, various occult signs are carved on the body.
There were no injuries on the victim's body at all.
The family claimed they saw bruises on Lina's body, but those weren't stab wounds. The injuries like hers are not typical for ritual murders.
Why was I shown the White House and the gravestones? Perhaps it was to point me to the place of Lina's death.
Over here. She was hanging on this tree.
Yes, it's the tree. This is the place.
This is the first time Lina's mother and sister are at this tragic place, and they cannot hold back their emotions.
I love her very much. It's so hard without her.
She's grateful that you are taking care of her son.
Don't worry, Lina. Your son will stay with us.
She's nodding.
Her spirit is pointing at her throat. There's a black rope around it.
The leather strap of her purse.
The purse is in the car. We have it.
The murderer's fingerprints could very well be on the victim's bag, but the forensic experts didn't check them, as the detectives immediately concluded that there was no crime in Lina Panasenko's death.
The murderer rummaged through the bag. These are male hands. Okay, hold on. The cards? And what is this number?
It's the pawn shop's number.
We immediately checked the number. The pawn shop administrator informed us that the victim had a debt.
She had a loan to repay. They're still calling me. She left my phone number as a warranty.
She needed money. The card of money. Money is involved in the death. Numerous debts, you see? Money in the cards? Did she play cards?
No, never.
No one ever used these cards. She took this deck to do fortune telling. When you go to see a fortune teller, you must take a new, clean deck of cards. She had anxiety in her soul.
The cards and the debts are not related.
Why did she need the money?
She needed it for her son.
Was the boy sick?
He had an operation.
The women said that Lina's son, Dennis, was often ill, and the doctors were fighting a severe form of salmonellosis. The infection affected the boy's bones and joints.
He might not have been able to walk, and his arm wouldn't move. Thanks to massages, exercises, and injections, he got better.
The treatment of the boy took an entire year. All the couple's savings went to saving their son, and they eventually had to go into debt.
She could have called and told me. But no, she took the loan.
Lina owed the bank about 10,000 hryvnias and also borrowed 3,000 from the pawn shop. This, by the way, explains the absence of her passport. She exchanged it for money.
According to Lina's friend, she was late in repaying the debt.
It even got to the point when they told her that if she didn't pay, say 600 hryvnias, today she would have serious problems.
Lina is showing me the magic eye again.
Who has a banknote? And here is the eye.
The secret lies in the money. Olena, she's very ashamed. She's crying.
Connections with men, like love. This is the card of work. A hand giving money. I don't... Did she take money from men? For love? It was a specific kind of love. Online dating, you see.
We checked the clairvoyant's words. Through Lina's mobile phone number, we found her secret page on social media and read one of the chats there. What we found there is deeply shocking.
Price? How much per hour do you want? I don't have a rate. I need money badly. Open for offers. How old are you? Will 400 UAH be enough? Would you like to repeat the paid date? I have a guy who wants you. Can I see his photo first? I don't want to run into someone I know.
From the text of the chat, it's clear that Lina was arranging a sex date for money. And there are lots of similar chats there. But on the day of her disappearance, she had a meeting with only one person and even told her friend Liuda about it.
She said she'd met a man online, and his name was Serhiy. I asked her where he lived. She said near the train station. We had this conversation literally on the eve of her disappearance.
She was engaged in prostitution, and she didn't want you to know about it. She was ashamed of this, but she needed money desperately.
It was a mind-blowing revelation. And I felt all of her inner pain so deeply.
On her last day of life, she was in this place with a client.
For several days, our journalists interviewed everyone who appeared in this area until we finally found a witness, a man who often goes fishing at the local lake.
I remember her, such a tall, eye-catching girl. I saw her there near the quarry. She was with a guy. They were on the shore. They were sitting and hugging.
We asked her, how did you die? And she said, I don't know. I only remember the man's hands on my neck.
She was hit on the back of the head and fainted. Then the murderer put the bag strap around her neck and strangled her. Perhaps the man did this to avoid paying for sex. Then he staged the suicide to mislead the investigation.
No one expected such an ending. The good wife and caring mother, Lina Panasenko, paid with her life for the money she was collecting to pay for her son's treatment. She tried to earn the necessary amount at her official job. She worked overtime, but her salary wasn't enough. The boy's father helped very little, so Lina had to find the money in another way.
Our investigators will take everything the psychic said into account. We will check the people who could be involved in this act in accordance with the law.
She suffered alone in her trouble, but when you have trouble, you need to go to your family, your father and mother. You can always find a way out if there is someone to support and help you.
A few days later, Lina's relatives called our editorial office and told us that the priest considered everything the psychic said and agreed to perform the funeral service. The stigma of suicide was finally removed from Lina Panasenko. This story, which took place in the Ukrainian city of Kropivnitsky, will turn your worldview upside down. On December 8, 2017, 12-year-old Katrusia Dobrody left for school and never came back home. No one could even think of what happened to the girl and who would be involved in this tragedy. The police were searching for her for 3 days with no results. This is why the parents asked the psychics, Elena Kurilova and Jana Shulikova, for help.
We don't have much faith in the police.
Katrusia attended school on the second shift. Her mother says that on the day of her disappearance, Katrusia had breakfast and left for school.
I asked her, "Do you want me to braid your hair?" She replied, "No, that's okay. I'll go with a ponytail." And she walked out. I can't stand that she's gone.
The girl took the bus to school. The bus stop is 400 meters away from the house.
She'd get on the bus and get off at the stop right next to the school.
At 8:30 in the evening, the girl always called her parents to tell them that she is getting on the bus to go home. But that day, she didn't call.
I call our daughter and she doesn't pick up. I was surprised. And her phone went off. We got worried. Aliona says, "I'll go to pick her up."
When the girl didn't come either with the last bus, her mother was somewhat at a loss. She contacted Katrusia's English teacher, who informed her that Katrusia hadn't come to class.
I was unable to think clearly at that moment.
We started to panic. We started to check all her classmates, all acquaintances, from gymnastics, volleyball, from English, and those who lived in our neighborhood. We drove around by car.
I can see her. She's somewhere in the dark.
There are trees all around and it's a bit breezy. Water. There is a river or some pond. Yes, there is water there.
To get in tune, Jana Shulikova asked for a map of the area.
I can feel the girl's energy somewhere in this area. She's around there.
It is a forest area in the suburbs of Kropivnitsky, 7 kilometers from the girl's house. The girl will be found there the next day, on the territory of the Obazovsky water reservoir.
The police said they found a girl matching the description. I couldn't really believe it.
Andrei, Katrusia's stepfather, says he loved the child as his own. He still can't forget what he saw.
84 blows with a sharp object were inflicted on her face and head. Then additionally, with an unidentified object, most likely similar to scissors, it left 2 even lines.
The child was like an angel. She was the center of my life.
I can't even make sense of it. What for? Why?
The psychics travel to Kropivnitsky to help their relatives find answers to these painful questions. But Elena Kurilova surprises everyone with her prediction.
You'll know who the murderer is when the dead girl wipes away the tears.
At the moment, no one could have imagined the terrible truth these words concealed. Katrusia's family, aunt, stepdad, and grandpa, meet the psychics in front of the house.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for coming.
Where's Katrusia's mom?
Elena's in the hospital.
She's having a nervous breakdown.
The girl's parents were brought in for questioning. They got accused of murdering their daughter. After that, Katrusia's mother got hospitalized.
They claimed I did it. I had no idea what was going on or what they wanted me to say.
The investigator was yelling at me, moralizing and everything. He said, "If it wasn't you who did it, it was your wife."
When investigating the murder of a child, parents are in the first circle of suspects. But why so much pressure?
We were polygraphed. I was there for 3 hours. Olena was held there for about 5 hours. And after that, she got to the hospital.
The results of the detector test did not confirm the parents' guilt.
We were so looking forward to you coming and helping us deal with this grief.
I can't live like this. I can't sleep at night. I want to destroy that scumbag.
There's a strange scene going on. A man standing and looking from the street to the inside of the house. He's observing and spying.
What's he look like?
He's got something on his face. It's a man with a scar on his cheek.
I looked at the cards and I just went numb. The girl knew the murderer. She'd seen him often and she wasn't afraid.
We don't know anyone like that. Never seen any man with a scar.
I suddenly saw an image. Katruzia in the car along with her murderer.
She would never get into a stranger's car.
Can you please show us where the body was found?
We'll have to drive out of the town.
Let's go.
Half an hour later, the psychics with the girl's relatives are already there.
I don't get it. She's calling me.
Jana, who are you talking about?
Katruzia's here. I can see her. There's something about ribbons. She says Sonia needs her ribbons. Who's Sonia?
Her own younger sister.
4 years ago, Olena and Andrei had a daughter, Sofia. Katruzia loved her little sister dearly and called her My Sonia.
What ribbons?
Katruzia took gymnastics classes and she had these ribbons with sticks attached.
Sonia plays with her ribbons.
After Katruzia's death, little Sonia often picks up ribbons and dances with them, just like they used to do with her elder sister.
Give them to her. She wants it to belong to her sister.
What else does Katruzia say?
I can't hear her. She's gone. Why is she? The girl looked at me quietly and vanished into thin air.
But why is she hiding? Why won't she tell us everything?
Do you hear this voice? It's your fault. I told you not to piss me off.
Oh my God! What does that mean? Does Johnny hear what the murderer is saying?
It was the voice of the man with the scar. He was saying it by the girl's body. Such is the terrible odor of blood and metal. Do you know with what object she got killed?
Tell me.
Kind of chipped one. With a shabby handle.
We heard that the girl died from the knife stabbing, and then Katruzia was stabbed with scissors when she was already dead. Wait, hold on a second. I tried to tune in to the moment of Katruzia's murder, and I saw this image. A roof with a cross painted on it.
Their house has a cross on it.
The murder weapon, it was taken from the same house. Did anyone come by your house that morning?
Well, I don't know.
That day, the girl's mother drove her youngest daughter to kindergarten and her husband to his job at the hospital, where she herself worked as an anesthesiologist. After that, she drove back home to get Katruzia ready for school. Perhaps someone had visited them that morning, and the family did not know about it.
We need to inspect the house right away, right now. I hear the man's voice again.
The scarred man?
Yes, that voice is in the house. In the house. There was like a fight in the house. I heard him screaming, "Why don't you listen to me? You have to do as I say."
Jana, what's wrong?
There's no air to breathe in here. Can you smell it? The smell of blood? The smell of blood. I could feel the blood. It was all over, on the floor, on the walls. This isn't a house, it's a hellhole. A hell where the child died.
I see the murderer's hand. One hit and then another one. Here it all happened, right here. On this very spot. Someone thoroughly cleaned up after the murder. There's blood. There's blood. There's blood, there are bloodstains all around.
There's this man with the scar standing right here. He's standing there and there's a knife on the floor next to him. He's yelling, "You trying to get rid of me? Not gonna happen. You understand me?"
Jana, he's yelling that to the girl, right?
The girl's already dead.
And who is he saying this to?
He's yelling at the girl's mom. The mom was here.
She saw the child getting killed.
The mother was here.
What a horror. Was the girl's mother really present in the room and saw her daughter being murdered?
She's terrified. She's afraid of him. Do you understand that?
I can't picture that.
We don't have any neighbors with such signs.
Who was this man? Who knew him besides her? There was a rape.
What do you mean?
It was the person who committed the rape.
Whom?
Your wife. Who raped your wife? There's a card of the past I have right here.
There was some talk about her childhood, that she got raped when she was a kid.
It's beyond belief, but it turns out when Olenia was 12 years old, she was raped by a neighbor.
Olena confessed to me that he raped her.
Olena's mother died a year before the incident. The father had gone to another city for work. The grandmother was in charge of the child's upbringing. However, when the girl was abused by a neighbor, for some reason, she did not tell anyone about it.
I felt that the rape was a terrible trauma for Olena. All these years, she had been seeking revenge on her abuser.
She wanted to get revenge on him at the time, but they never found him.
Wait, she saw him? She saw him out of the window and...
That's unbelievable. Did the woman meet her rapist years later? Did he really kill Katrusia?
Do you remember when she came running to me? I asked her, "Olena, what happened?" She told me, "You have no idea what I've gotten myself into." But she didn't say what exactly had happened to her.
I saw a woman looking at the body of her murdered daughter in tears. And Jana heard the man's voice. He was ordering Olena to go outside and get to the car.
I see Olena driving, and in the rearview mirror, I see this man. That's right. He's in the back seat. Olena looked at the road with tearful eyes. She was afraid to even glance in the direction of the passenger seat, where the body of her murdered daughter lay. He forced the mother to transport and throw away her child's body.
There's only one thing certain. Only Katrusia's mom knows the truth about her death.
Olena's in the hospital, isn't she?
It's too late to go there now.
They won't let us in.
Can we go see her tomorrow?
We have to go. Not only can we, but we have to.
The next day, the clairvoyants and Katrusia's family met outside the hospital. The number of visitors who can enter the clinic at the same time is limited. So Elena Kurilova went to the girl's mother, accompanied by the grandfather, Olena's father.
Good afternoon.
Please take this. I gave Olena one of my praying stones, so I could tune into the past. Olena, I could sense that you were there when Katrusia was murdered. Can you tell me who did it?
I don't remember that.
Well, what do you remember?
I remember that day vaguely.
Relatives say that on the day Kate was killed, her mother had to pick up her youngest daughter from daycare in the afternoon and then stop by to visit her husband's sister.
I remember driving to visit my husband's sister. I remember going to the kindergarten and picking up my child. And then I remember myself at the sister's house. I don't remember how we got from the kindergarten to the sister's house.
It was all very strange. Katrusha's mom remembers what happened before and after her daughter's murder, but she can't remember the moment of the assault itself.
After severe stress, our mind can partially block memory, erasing some of our memories.
What do you remember of that morning?
I got up in the morning. Katrusia was still asleep. I warmed up the food I had left from the evening and asked Katrusia if she wanted to eat. Then I said, "Come on, get dressed."
So she left for school?
That's right.
Did you see her after that? I saw something completely different from what Katrusha's mom had told me. However, the most surprising thing about it was that I felt she wasn't lying to me. Did anyone visit you that day?
A neighbor did.
Was there any kind of danger from him? What does he look like? Any scars or marks on his face?
Will I get to see my girl soon?
It was a true nightmare. This poor woman still couldn't realize that her daughter was gone. But I felt that Katrusia was coming to her mother in her dreams, hugging her, wiping her tears. She will come to you in your dreams.
I remember a dream. The three of us were walking in the park. Myself, Sophia, and Katrusia. She says to me, "Don't cry. I'm feeling fine."
Try to remember what happened that day in the house.
It felt like a fight, like I was fighting for something.
Maybe the woman was fighting her daughter's murderer, trying to save her.
What happened next?
I stood still, and the only thing I remember is the voice. That's all I remember.
You hear a voice? Do you hear the voice in your head?
I do.
Don't let me hug you, it's hard. Come here, my darling.
Elena Kurilova left the hospital, and on the way, she kept repeating the same words.
Girl, wipe the tears. Girl, wipe the tears. A thought struck me. It was the girl's mother that the cards had told me about at the beginning of the investigation. You'll know who the murderer is when the dead girl wipes away the tears. In dreams, Katrusia was wiping her mom's tears. There were only 2 people in the room at the time Katrusia got killed.
What do you mean 2? I'm sorry, there was also the man with the scar. I saw him.
Take this, Elena had it in her hands.
I couldn't believe it. I saw Elena. She held the knife in her hand, and the scarred man standing next to her began to dissolve into thin air in front of my eyes. This can't be happening. Just can't be true.
Could a mother who loved her daughter with all her heart take her life?
I saw him, I heard him, and I smelled the scent of this man. Do you understand me?
Well, for this woman, he was real. He lived inside her head. All this time, Elena held a terrible sorrow and resentment towards her rapist and did not tell anyone about it. She wanted revenge. She thought about him constantly. And soon his voice started to echo in her head. In moments like this poor woman finds herself in a different reality and remembers nothing afterward.
It just doesn't make sense. After the investigation, the woman was sent for an examination to Odessa. To examine her mental health, they found mental disorders.
The voice of her head began to rule her life. Olena started not only hearing the voice, but also seeing the phantom of her rapist constantly stalking her. She's hitting not Katrusia, she's hitting her abuser, the man she sees.
Psychotic disorders such as hallucinations are also possible. Patients may mistake a loved one for a stranger, and may also mistake a stranger for a loved one.
The way I see it, the reason for Katrusia's gruesome murder is the psychological trauma of her mom, who was a rape survivor as a child.
I'm having a hard time just hearing it. It seems we didn't follow up on it somewhere, we missed something, and we missed some important points.
After investigating the psychics, police found a video from the cameras of one of the gas stations in Kropivnitsky. The footage shows Olena's car driving towards the forest area where her daughter's body was later found. According to the results of the expertise, by that time, the girl was already dead. Subsequently, the police found traces of blood in the car and on the woman's robe. A search of the house with an infrared lamp revealed a huge amount of washed-up bloody marks on the walls, furniture, and floor. Currently, Olena has been recognized as mentally incapable, and now she is undergoing compulsory treatment in a psychiatric hospital.
We'll never give up on her. Thank you so much.
A gruesome story where absolutely everyone is pitied. The child brutally killed by her mother, and the poor mother who still does not understand what happened. And relatives who did not notice the changes in the behavior of the woman that led to such a tragedy. They will have to live with it from now on. A terrible crime remains unsolved. A young mother was tied up and strangled, and the murderer, Motherly, covered her body with a blanket and left it on the shore of the estuary. But the monster will be found many years later. His victim's spirit will point at him. In this episode, the psychics are going to shed some light on the baffling murder of a young mother from Ukraine, 23-year-old Anna Sukhanova.
I was really shocked to learn about that. It was extremely hard.
Anna's body was found on the shore of the estuary, 15 kilometers away from Odessa, on the 3rd of October, 2013.
The young woman was severely beaten and strangled. Her arms and legs were tied with stick tape, and her mouth was gagged with it.
It was the cruelest murder in the region in years. Dozens of the best detectives were involved in the investigation.
There were no witnesses, no evidence, no murderer. It's been underway for 3 years already.
Anna Sukhanova lived with her daughter, Karina, her husband, and her mother-in-law.
That evening, she went to meet with her friend Ilona and promised to be back in an hour. However, she later called her husband, Ihor, and said something very strange, claiming somebody was hunting her, and she was scared.
Ihor told us she'd said a car was following her.
It was the last phone call from Anna. She vanished after that.
The same night, she was brought to the morgue as an unidentified body.
The victim's ID or personal items were never found. Ilona, her friend with whom she had the meeting, also went missing.
It's been 3 years since the detectives started searching for Ilona, who the investigation views as a witness. But could she be an accomplice, or is she even still alive?
Anna was a housewife and raised her daughter. According to her family, she never had any enemies.
I still can't understand who could be following her or why somebody would need to kill her.
To find out the victim's name, the law enforcers showed her photo on the local TV station. This is how her body was identified.
We went to the identification. I immediately recognized her once I saw her.
My uncle told me my mom had died. Dad cried a lot, and so did I.
Ihor was the victim's common-law husband and a stepfather to Karina, not her biological father. After Anna died, the family ceased all communication with him. I've tried to contact the man, but so far, in vain. Nevertheless, I don't lose hope.
The 9-year-old Karina understands her mother is gone. But most of all, she would like to see her one more time, even briefly, to tell her,
Mommy, I love you so much. Please don't leave me.
Karina is Anna's copy, a little identical copy.
Anna called her daughter a little wonder. The girl remembers her mother hugging her and whispering tenderly in her ear,
You're the best daughter. There's nobody else like you in the whole world. And she played with me. She swung me on the swing. And I used to repeat, I'm a birdie.
Karina was only 6 when her dearest person was murdered.
It doesn't feel like Mom died, but me.
Anna's brother took her daughter to live with him. Karina has no other relatives. However, the loss of her mother became too stressful for the girl, and she retreated into herself.
She sits down in the corner of the room, curls up, and sheds tears. Of course, we tried to do something about it, and went to see a therapist.
Only 2 years later, Karina's smile came back.
I would like the psychics to arrive and find the person who murdered my sister.
I really want to know who did it and look into their eyes. For what? She was only 23. What harm did she do to anybody? Why did they kill her?
The most powerful psychics in the project, Kayal Alekbarov and Lina Panasenko, took up the case. On their way there, the clairvoyants decided to share their initial feelings.
Last night, I had a dream. In it, a woman ascended the staircase of a building and stopped in front of the apartment 38. Could it be the place where the murderer lives?
I see a man. He's black all over, and his clothes are strange, something like a gown, a cape, or a coat. He points at a cross. It's either a graveyard or a church. And then the hills. Or it could also be lettering. I don't get it. Kayal, it looks like some kind of clues.
My djinns say, find the person with the dragon. She knows an important secret.
You might be surprised, but the psychics are going to find this person. Meanwhile, Yevgeny and his wife, Yulia, are waiting for them. Their friends and neighbors have also gathered to know the truth about Anna's death.
Hello?
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming and...
Take a card, please. Who owns these walls now? Whose apartment is this?
It's mine and my wife's.
1 second. Anna was also supposed to inherit it.
Yevgeny and Anna's grandmother bequeathed her 3-bedroom apartment in the downtown to them.
They were planning to sell it because Yevgeny wanted to live separately, and Anna was already living with a man. So they decided to split it.
Yes, real estate is also a motive, and a very strong one. The date for the sale of the apartment had been arranged, but 4 days before it, Anna was murdered. Quite a strange coincidence.
I didn't do it. I've never killed anybody in my life.
Can I have your hand, please? I see you being beaten.
Yes.
By a man in a uniform.
You'll tell me everything, you jerk, this man says.
Was this man forcing you to confess that you'd murdered your sister?
The police arrested me the next day after Anna was found dead. They thought I was involved in the murder. 4 of them beat me, attempting to crush me mentally.
It is typically the relatives who are initially subjected to suspicion, especially when there is a motive. In this case, it was the apartment under their joint ownership. But after the police checked Yevgeny, they released him.
He was home with his wife at the moment of the murder.
My djinns are speaking of the girl related to Anna.
There is the girl, Anna's daughter. Her name is Karina. We love her as our own child.
Was there an outsider who was making trouble? Like, trying to take the girl forcefully?
Ihor. This is the man Anna lived with.
He wanted to have custody of the girl, but was denied it.
Where's her biological father?
Nobody knows that, but he's alive. However, we have no idea where he could be.
Anna married early, and when she got pregnant, her husband left her. But Anna decided to give birth to the baby anyway. It was hard, but she never regretted her choice.
She always put her daughter first, so she was always fed and clean. She would even save money by denying herself something she wanted to buy.
I feel the man Anna lived with is like a werewolf. Calm on the outside, but at some moment he becomes a beast.
He can't control his actions.
The man could be the murderer. So, I decided to check this theory. Do you have Ihor's photo?
I have it on my tablet.
Is it at your home?
let's go there. The psychics follow the family to the apartment. After they moved in, the spouses have been gradually renovating it.
This is Ihor.
The murderer's energy emanates from this man. It happened about 3 years ago when Anna died. Could he have really strangled her? My djinns inform me that this man is currently in custody.
It took me a while to find Anna's partner, but I eventually found him. Ihor is indeed in prison. He's serving a sentence at a penal colony for an attempted murder. However, it has nothing to do with Anna. He was sentenced after her death in 2014 for stabbing a friend of his in the neck in a drunken brawl. The man survived.
Therefore, at the moment of Anna's death, Ihor wasn't in prison yet. That is, he could be the murderer.
Ihor refused to talk in front of the cameras, but I had a chance to speak to him in private. On the night of Anna's death, Ihor was at home with her daughter and his mother. We have had this information confirmed.
The man turned to a life of crime after Anna died. It's good he failed to adopt the little Karina. The girl could have suffered because of what he did.
He took her with him to where he usually went. You know, the places where lots of drunks meet. I didn't like it a lot. So eventually, my wife and I took the girl to raise her in normal conditions.
Karina, Anna's daughter, entered the room. The girl had just come back from her English class with the tutor.
Hello, little one. Can I talk to you? I wanted to work with the girl to try to feel through her what had happened to Anna. Because the bond between a mother and her child endures even death. I feel your mom comes to visit you.
Yes. I mean, sometimes I have a feeling that she's around me, hugging me.
Suddenly, Kayal Alekperov decided to go outside, and everyone went after him.
I felt where the woman had gone on the last night of her life.
Kayal! Where's he going?
The feeling brought the psychic to a bus stop, not far from Yevon's home.
Your sister was here, and she wasn't alone. It's dark, and I hear voices. Anna speaks to some young woman. They seem to know each other well.
I see her. She's fair-haired. She's bright as a Barbie.
Her name is Ilona. It's her friend. They went to school together. She's blonde. She dyes her hair.
Now I see your sister and her friend going over there. And here, somebody was waiting for Anna. This woman, Ilona, she vanished for a reason. She knows the murderer. I see a fair vehicle. It's a van or a small truck, and a man of about 45 getting out of it. He's of average height and built. He has graying hair.
He's not married.
The murderer drags Anna into the van.
Look, she knows the man. And he knows her.
But Anna didn't want to see him.
They argue over something. He tells her, "You're fooling me. You're lying to me."
He loses control of himself. He starts beating her in the vehicle. Anna screams. The man fears somebody could hear her scream. Then he ties her up.
The stick tape.
The gag of stick tape.
Then he strangles her with his hands, and she dies.
Yes, mechanical asphyxia was recognized as the reason for her death.
The man takes her somewhere.
There's Suki Estuary over here.
We need to go where Anna's body was found.
The psychics are on their way to the place where Anna's body was found. But suddenly, something behind the windows draws the attention of Lina Panasenko.
Kayal, look to your right. Do you remember what I told you this morning? I see a man. He's black all over, and his clothes are strange. Something like a gown, a cape, or a coat. He points at a cross. Can I get out? I realized what I'd seen that morning. It was a monument. I also had to use the remaining clues.
Let's do what? I'm going with Yevgeny to the site where Anna was found dead. And you, Yana and Yulia, go where the signs lead.
Where will the strange signs from her vision take Lina Panasenko? Is it possible that she'll find the murderer?
Stop. The same cross. Can we turn left now?
Yana, you're doing such amazing things. I can't believe it. I've lived in Odessa for so many years, but I can't navigate in the city as well as you, who only arrived here and found what you were looking for immediately.
I didn't understand where the signs were leading me, but then the slim blonde's image visited me again. The clues were leading us to Ilona, the missing friend of the victim. All right, let's get out. Hi, what's your name?
Yarek.
Is your mom's name Ilona?
Yes.
Has the clairvoyant found the missing woman who was the last person to see Anna alive?
Hello?
Hello.
We're looking for Ilona.
Get out of here, please.
Wait up. Don't shove me. The man attacked me and was ready to punch me. But what matters most is that I found Ilona and even had a chance to speak to her.
Do you want this man to kill me too? You'd better find someone else.
I need your help.
After much deliberation, Ilona finally revealed to the clairvoyant the name of the man whose van Anna was riding in.
Alexander.
He's over 40, isn't he?
And his hair is graying.
He's got no wife, no family, right?
A wooden stare. He looks at you as if he's a maniac.
He's got a van, doesn't he?
He had a van.
How can we find him?
He lived in Marshala Jukava Street.
The building number?
38.
It's strange, but Kayal Alekperov has also seen the number 38, but he said it was the number of the apartment, not the building. Could this be the address where the murderer lives? Meanwhile, Kayal Alekperov and the victim's brother are finally at the spot where Anna's body was found.
I feel the man takes your dead sister in his arms, and he carries her over there. This is where she was found.
Yes.
The murderer covered her with something warm.
He covered her legs with something dark. It was some kind of garment.
Anna's friends who arrived with the psychic to the site of her death froze, anticipating the answer.
He showed care. He had strong feelings for Anna. Do you know something about it?
I don't.
The man wanted her to be only his woman. And what's most important, he wanted her to leave her damned work. What kind of job could it be? And then the jinns showed me the picture I'd seen at the beginning of the investigation. Find the person with the dragon. But they also showed me that person's face. It was a woman. She must know where Anna worked. Do you know it?
Marina.
It's the dragon.
The dragon.
Did you know Anna well?
Yes, we grew up together.
What secret about her job are you concealing?
I don't want to talk about it.
You must tell it immediately. It's what can help us find the murderer. Was she a woman of easy virtue?
She was a prostitute.
Do you remember the bus stop where Anna had a meeting with Ilona? It was the place where they worked. People call it a 100-meter strip. Girls stand there day and night, selling themselves.
But Anna lived with the man. Did he know she sold her body?
Yes.
This is utterly shocking. It turned out that Ihor, Anna's partner, was responsible for converting her into a prostitute.
Anna loved Ihor so much that she agreed to become the woman of easy virtue.
Who killed her?
One of her clients who fell in love with her did it.
The clairvoyants exchanged the information by phone and arranged a meeting at the address that the victim's friend, Ilona, told them.
Ilona told us the number of the building, but she didn't tell us the apartment in which Alexander lived. But I suddenly remembered my morning vision. Anna stopped by the apartment. 38.
Apartment 38.
Hello.
Where is Alexander?
We don't have anyone with this name here.
How long have you lived here?
For about half a year.
Who did you purchase the apartment from?
This man, Alexander.
What's his last name?
We can't tell you this.
Alexander disposed of the apartment in which he resided at the address that Ilona knew.
But we couldn't give up on it, and so we went to ask the neighbors. Do you have any contacts of Alexander, like a phone number?
Twice, when he got drunk, we almost had a fight. I don't talk to such neighbors.
I also managed to find some information on Alexander. As of the moment of the murder, he indeed lived in that apartment. An ex-sailor, he's divorced. He's never been convicted of any crimes. But pay attention to the fact that after Anna's death, he sold that apartment, then another one, and then he disappeared. Nobody knows his current whereabouts.
The man sold all his property to avoid prison.
He's rich. He used to be a sailor.
Today, we found an important witness and felt the man who murdered Anna. The remainder is the responsibility of law enforcers.
Thank you so much.
I feel Alexander's life is in danger now. Anna's spirit wishes revenge. And do you know what? We're not going to stop her. After the investigation by the psychics, we learned that the police found Alexander's trace. However, a tragedy struck him shortly afterward, just like Kayal Alekperov felt.
The culprit died.
What killed him?
I don't know what killed him. We had the information from the attorney that the man had died, and because of it, the case was closed.
Tell me, please, did they have time to interrogate Alexander and conduct a search?
Of course.
Did you find any evidence that would prove it was he who murdered Anna?
We found the hair.
Did you find it in his van?
Yes, and we also found a sneaker that belonged to her.
This is unbelievable. The murderer did whatever he could to avoid justice. However, death found him, just like the psychics had predicted. A mystical power that makes you tremble with fear. A demon is taking dozens of people to the underworld. Will psychics be able to stop him? Today's episode is shocking. This woman is sure an unknown force has killed all her friends. One by one, the young people died every few years.
I'm afraid it's a series of deaths, and I fear I can be next.
After the most recent death of a friend, Polina had a nightmare. A dreadful man in black was trying to choke her.
He pressed my throat with his fingernails like this, and I couldn't breathe.
The next day, Polina almost lost her life.
I was driving my car when those two trucks started speeding towards me. They almost hit me head on. Had I not swerved the car to the side, we'd have been crushed.
Polina only escaped the collision by miracle. She crashed into the windshield with her head and was a step away from death. Her only daughter is terribly scared.
I'm scared. I can't imagine how I could live without her.
No sooner had the poor woman come around than she had another nightmare. Soon afterward, Polina, who is a good swimmer, almost drowned. Somebody was pulling her under.
I felt an acute lack of oxygen. The black silhouette told me he would come for me. So I would like the psychics to come and help me.
Olena Kurilova, one of Ukraine's most powerful clairvoyants, undertook to help Polina.
Who's trying to kill you? We need to call Yaroslava.
Without explaining anything, Olena Kurilova sent Polina's photo to her colleague, Yaroslava Fedorova, and then dialed her.
I just worked on a young woman's photo with the mirror. There's something looming behind her. It's a monster. An ugly face, long arms and clawed hands, and I felt the scent. I know it from somewhere, but I can't understand what it could be. And then he started choking me.
I see something different. Behind this woman, I see the spirit of a man dressed in long black clothes. He's surrounded by holes in the ground. They're like graves. And he covers the graves with wood planks, and there's a knock from the underground. Someone's trying to get out of there, and I hear frightening moaning.
What if this man is the force that took Polina's friends to the grave and is now trying to take her?
The next day, the psychics went to visit Polina. Her neighbors and her late friend's parents are already waiting at her house, wishing to know why their dear people passed away so early.
Yaroslava, do you hear bells ringing?
I hear nothing at all.
There's no church around. Then why does Olena hear the bells ringing?
I feel the scent of mold.
I felt it too yesterday.
It smells like inside a crypt. What could it be?
Hello, Olena? Hello.
Hello.
My name is Polina. This is my mother.
We must find out what happened to your friends. Do you have their photos?
Yes.
With her, you lost women's friendship, didn't you?
She was my friend.
Mom, please don't cry for me.
This woman is the mother of Polina's friend, Lesia, who drowned in the river 11 years ago. The woman is here to know why her only daughter died so tragically.
She says, I can't see anything. And the water. I inhaled the water, and she's pointing at her head, like this, with her hand. A whirl caught her, and she hit her head on something.
This is the Southern Boo. It's got rifts. They're such big boulders.
What's the swirl? It feels like it was made by devils. I don't even know whose hands they used.
These are locks. The man opened the lock, but didn't give the signal, so the people would go out of their water. And a stream of water from the lock knocked her down.
Wait a minute, you had a dream of her, didn't you?
Yes, I saw her in the dream.
Was she showing you some holes in the ground?
Like graves, there were several.
She said more people could pass. And showed you
that it can happen to her.
Did this man die?
Yes, this is Vadim. He hung himself.
Vadim committed suicide on October 12, 2002. He was 25. Nobody knows why he did it.
He came here on that day, to you.
Yes. It was in the late afternoon. It was raining lightly. And he dropped by.
And you didn't talk to him.
She had something in her hands. She said, Vadim, wait, I'm coming. But he turned around and went away.
Polina's mother still blames herself for not speaking to the young man that day. Could the tragedy have been avoided?
Vadim, tell me, is your death someone's fault? Give me a sign.
Unbelievable, like somebody knocked on the window pane.
There were 3 knocks. The sound came from the window.
Vadim's spirit is here.
He's telling me... Is there he? Who is that? And he also says Andrei.
These were my friends.
They died at the same time.
Head on, the motorcycle and the car. They collided. Andrei was driving the car. Serhiy was riding the bike.
Polina's friends Andrei and Serhiy died after a head-on collision on a road on September 1st, 2002. And 40 days afterward, Vadim hung himself.
I have the feeling that he saw them in his dreams. They haunted him.
It turned out that this woman's daughter also saw her dead friends in her dreams before she died herself.
When my daughter still lived, she saw Andrei in her dream. He told her, Lesia, you were supposed to visit me at the graveyard, but you didn't. But then he said, but I will gather you all.
I will gather you all.
Did you see them in your dreams too?
I saw Serhiy after he died. He told me, whenever I come, I must take somebody else.
Do they keep coming for the rest of you?
We need to see the crash site. Is this where those men crashed?
Yes.
There was fire. Who burned in the fire?
It's Andrei, in his car.
The car caught fire as a result of the collision. 17-year-old Andrei burned alive. His friend, Serhiy, also died instantly.
They were going here and then collided in the middle of the road.
Serhiy was riding that way, towards Hyveron, while Andrei was driving from over there, from Hyveron.
It was a fatal coincidence. Nobody could even imagine the friends would meet like that evening.
Everyone was shocked. Nobody could wrap their head around it. And how could they collide head-on?
After her son died, the mother of Serhi, who was only 22, had a nervous breakdown, and she ended up disabled.
You have to be strong in your soul to bear it all. You see how it ended up for me. My legs stopped working.
At that moment, the spirit of Serhi, Polina's dead friend, came. He's like a broken doll.
He hit the bike's handlebar and was torn to pieces.
He was preparing for some celebration.
A wedding.
He said the name Ira. Is it his future wife?
She was supposed to be his wife.
The wedding was scheduled for November 25th, if I'm not mistaken. They were preparing for it. But there was a funeral instead. It was very hard.
Was she pregnant with his baby?
She was.
Not born?
She lost the baby after the funeral.
Sari says, I didn't take anybody with me.
What did you see before you died? He saw nothing. It was like somebody closed his eyes with a hand, and the smell. Mold.
It was a damp smell, like mold or some fungi.
It seems to be the same force, or it's hunting young people. Then Yaroslava and I saw a bearded dead man dressed in black at the same time. It was the spirit from the vision she'd had before the investigation. But who could it be? He says, you saw it, and you missed. But where? Could it be at Polina's house? Let's go back there, to the village where we were.
Let's go.
Yaroslava, look, a woman, over there, in the window.
She's dead. She's young, pointing at her throat. And this ugly smell again. Do you feel it?
Smells like a cell. The young woman with her friend, they both drank poison at the same time. What was it?
Tamila and Yulia.
The psychics stopped in front of the house of the young woman, who died from some unknown poison at the age of 22. Tamila worked as a cook for a tractor brigade, and on the fatal day, she and her friend had lemonade that suddenly made them sick. An ambulance was called. However, the medics couldn't save the women.
They confused the bottles. They drank from a similar bottle that contained the residue of some poison. Probably rat poison.
Were those women who got poisoned part of your party?
No.
It's not about the party. The problem is much broader. All of the dead lived on the same street. We needed to check the street and work a little.
Has someone young died in this house? I feel a wreck. Like he was crushed.
Yes. This is his mother.
Could you please tell us his name?
Ihor.
It's still hard for the woman to accept the death of her only son, who died in a terrible wreck last spring.
The car turned 5 times. The glass was missing in the left door. The police say he most probably fell out of that window.
After Igor fell out of the car, it fell on top of him and crushed him.
I see dozens of people. The youths and children.
Yes.
Yes. 2 children. They're really alike.
They were twins. Sasha was hit by a motorcycle here.
The boy extricated his hand from his mother's grip, ran away, and died instantly. He was little. And then the elder boy had an accident and died.
The crash site we visited today, at the highway.
So he was Andrew's brother,
Yes.
right?
Both adults and children are dying on this street. It's been so for decades.
There's some kind of horror in front of any house here. I've never seen anything so terrible in all my career, I swear.
Many young people die.
The locals say that over 100 young people have died in the recent decades. What kind of force took them and is now threatening Polina?
At that moment, I saw the dark-clad, bearded dead man again. He was standing in front of one of the houses down the street, and so I went toward him.
Wait. Is it thunder? You look at that.
This can't be true. The thunder rolled, and the smell of the mold became unbearable. And then I saw the same monster I'd seen before the investigation. His face is awfully wrinkled, and he's grinning.
Do you mean it's the monster you saw in your mirror?
I saw him in the mirror while I was working out the situation. I then broke it. The monster turned his back on me, and I saw chopped wings on his back. They were bloodied, and then I realized it was a demon, because demons are fallen angels, and he was not alone there. He had lower-ranking evil spirits with him. These are devils.
But why are there so many evil forces here? And why are they hunting the locals?
Everybody, stop where you are. Do you see the man in black?
Quiet, please.
The man in black's spirit says, I can't handle them alone. He means the demon and smaller devils that are ravaging here. He says, the whole village will be gone.
We want protection to save our children and the whole village from this tragedy.
He says, I told you.
That you missed something.
The bell. I missed the place where I heard the bell ringing for the first time. Show me the site where the old church used to be.
The church was where the school is now.
Let's go find out. We need to go there.
Yes.
The psychics are on the site where the old church used to stand. 50 years ago, it was demolished, and the school was built instead.
I see the black-clad man again. He's showing me the holes in the ground. Then suddenly, different evil things began crawling out of those pits. It was an awful sight. It's large. Its arms reach the ground, and its face is wrinkled.
It's enormous. It's gigantic. I saw it in my dreams. What the psychics described was the thing from my dreams.
And they are running around it.
The devils. But what are these pits? What are these evil forces doing here? There was once a church here. Wait, hold up. The church was demolished, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
The church was demolished around 1956.
By 1960, all the crosses and the inventory from the old church had been seized, stolen, and looted. This must be the revenge for that.
After the church was demolished, the evil forces broke out, and for years have been taking the villagers away. All of them are, of course, young. Demons always want young souls.
What protection do we need against it? What do we have to do?
We must put an end to it beyond doubt.
We need a pit. I hope strong male hands will help us, won't they? We decided to carry out the ritual, to lock all those evil things down. My task was to entice those evil forces. Meanwhile, Olena was to lock them down with prayers and secure the portal. We need to use something sweet as a bait.
She's trembling.
Where's the light?
What's happened? Why did all the streetlights suddenly go out?
The light was out. It was a sign that they'd come.
This is horrible.
Dear Lord, help us.
Olena, start reading. Give me the shovel, quick.
I felt awfully cold. My hands were trembling. It felt as if someone were chalking me. These devils, they didn't want to leave. It said, "It's done. Devil, you won't stand here."
This is horrendous. I've never seen anything like that. Dear God, what does it all mean? What's there in the hole? Like, what is that? Is something moving there? My legs are giving away. I don't know. I'm so terrified.
Wow, those red eyes.
The longer you stand, terrified you feel.
Now! Dig yourselves now!
The lock, the tongue, amen.
Done. It's gone. It took us incredible efforts to lock the devils and the demon underground.
It's a nightmare. It's hard to imagine. But still, who is the man in black, the spirit the psychics keep seeing?
A cassock. It's a cassock, Yaroslava.
You mean he's a priest?
The elderly say that there used to be a burial site next to the church. 9 priests were buried there. They say that 8 of them were later reinterred, but the 9th remained here, right under that transformer.
I had a vision then, of people coming up to this priest. All of them are not quite themselves. Such people are said to be possessed by demons. They ask him for help. There are special exorcism rituals to expel demons from a person. After they're cast out, they're locked underground.
He used to exorcise, expel demons from people in that church. Do you understand?
The devils locked down here broke out.
After the church was desecrated.
Don't approach this place for 40 days. Put a cross over here.
And protect your sacred places.
We hope you're going to be fine.
Thank you.
A few months later, Olena Kurilova approached Polina to find out if her life and the situation in the village had changed.
Tell me, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Is anything still choking you?
No.
Has anybody of the young people died after we were here?
No, nothing like that has happened here. Thank you so much.
Good luck to you, thank you. Goodbye.
You might think that such things are only possible in mystery horror movies, but the people of the small village, who buried over 100 of their young friends and relatives, experienced this terror in real life. It's incredible what consequences the demolition of the old church had.